cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell cause the tea don't stop. Hit that bell cause the tea don't stop.
Hey guys, we're back here for another video, and we are on Porsha's head tonight, honey. So let's get into it. Now, I did a video earlier and I told you all, and I showed you the court documents in which Porsha was saying, Judge, I cannot come to court. I need to have this hearing virtually. Now, virtual hearings is something that's not new, but the reason that they got to an in-person hearing is because Simon requested it. And as I had originally stated, Porsha never wanted to do in-person hearing. But what ended up happening right before the hearing, suddenly Simon got arrested. Again, Porsha never ever wanted to do in-person hearing. But now since Simon done got locked up, Porsha like, look, can I appear virtually? Because that's generally how they do it. But because Simon said, I want to come in and I feel like we need to come into court, Porsha was like, nah. And now since Simon is locked up and now the court is really granting him, the court has granted him extension after extension. Porsha's like, okay, this is my opportunity to go back to what I wanted. And that's simply to appear by Zoom.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Yes.
And I originally told you all that I didn't believe that Porsha had something going on in another country because, I mean, if she had this great opportunity, she ain't told the public. I mean, you don't have to come out and say what it is, but if you are traveling to another country, that seems like more of an obligation, if that makes sense. So, word on the street is that Porsha is trying to go see somebody else's husband. Now, if you guys have not heard about it, they're saying that she is allegedly messing around with the president of Nigeria. And, I'm going to give the credit to Tasha K because I originally saw her video that she sent, didn't really know anything about it, but look at this. Let's get into this article. And I believe on that particular video, Tasha K had tied some things together, which, regards to what she saw and, observed on Porsha's picture that led her to believe that Porsha was having an affair with somebody else's husband. But that wouldn't be so far-fetched because y'all got to understand she needs to get the money for the mortgage. Or maybe she's trying to get money to buy herself another home, which is probably more smarter than trying to stay in a home that we know you won't be able to pay for. So this is an article from Media Takeout. Now, this is everywhere. Porsha accused of having an affair with president of Nigeria. So this is out, y'all. So I don't know. It got to be some validity to it, right? So what the rumors are saying the Real Housewives of Atlanta star is being accused of carrying on a secret relationship with somebody else's husband, the president of Nigeria. Now, he is a married 73-year-old leader with a reported net worth in the hundreds of millions. Yep, sis may have gone from Dish Nation to international affair. And social media is eating it all the way up. Now, if y'all recall, in those court documents, she said she was going to be out of the country. Yeah, we know you're going to be out of the country. And possibly this is the job that she going to be doing. And we know what that entails. Okay. Now, Here's the president of Nigeria. And let's just jump down to the second paragraph because, like I said, I got this from Tasha K. Somehow I got to see a video of hers. I don't know. I think it's the algorithm because when I went to her channel, I was not able to find that video. So I don't know. But it says the piping hot tea comes courtesy of none other than Tasha K, the YouTube personality known for stirring the pot and pouring the gossip without a lid. According to Tasha, Porsha has allegedly been receiving help from this guy, this president. Now, Bola Ahmed, that's his name. Okay, so Tasha K claims that ever since Portia's estranged husband, simonguobadia, was taken into ICE custody, the financial burden of their massive Atlanta estate has fallen entirely on Porsha. Well, it seems like Tasha K knows what I knew, that the mortgage ain't being paid, okay? So it looks like the mortgage ain't being paid since Simon is gone. And listen to this. And those housewives checks, they just don't hit like they used to, okay? Allegedly, she's been turning to this international president for assistance, give a little ass for cash, okay? But here's where things get spicy. Tasha claims the proof of the affair is sitting right on her Porsha's Instagram. Now, we kind of talked about that, and we talked about, and like I said, this came directly from Tasha. I just happened to see it and get wind of it, and we kind of talked about it before. But word on the street is she says that she has a job in another country. Like I said, allegedly the job is selling ass for cash, because allegedly this is where she's going to be going, because for her to be this great reality star, at least that she thinks she is, if she had a project, especially if it's something where you would need your supporters, and y'all know how this works. A lot of times these reality stars, or even these celebrities, because we know Porsha's a reality star, they get opportunities, and usually they want them to promote this opportunity on their social media. Porsha has not said anything about any obligation that she has, which is further confirming that it is a lie, another one of her lies. But it could be that she's calling her ass transaction work, because it is work when you got to lay on your back all the time to get compensated. So I guess it would be considered as work. So what do y'all think with regards to this? Because it doesn't seem like Porsha provided the court with accurate information. And frankly, it's not something that the court is going to follow up on. It's not like they're going to say, Porsha, girl, bring us your contract. But she is lying, allegedly lying to the court, because she just doesn't want to come in, honey. She doesn't want to face Simon because she allegedly had him locked up. But my sources has been confirmed. Again, Simon is not paying the mortgage, and he would rather have the property to go away because he wants her out. And if the judge is going to allow her to stay there, and I need some of you guys to understand, because some of you guys were saying, well, if he was supposed to pay, well, the mortgage company don't give a damn about who was supposed to pay. If you had a house, or if I had a house that the mortgage was being paid, they don't care who pays it. But I will tell you this, once you stop paying it, there is no court order in hell that can keep the property from being foreclosed on. Because you guys got to understand, when the documentation, such as the promissory note, do y'all know what the promissory note is? A promissory note, you are going to sign it saying you agree to pay a penalty if it's late, past, it may say the 20th, I'm not sure. Different agreements have different dates. But what it says is you agree to pay. They don't give a care about who pays it. You can stand on the corner and get the money if that's what you do. but they want their money. So if the mortgage isn't paid, the judge couldn't stop anything. Okay. So even by Simon, supposed to be, order to pay it, all he got to do is stop. And that's what I was saying in my video. That's kind of smart because he like, I'm not going to pay shit, because if I stop paying, she will be forced out. And that is why I said I believe Porsha made her own situation more difficult than it was. She knew what she signed up for. It was all jokes and fun when it was on Fallon, right? But Fallon got her piece of money and moved on. She could have did the same thing, but what she did is turn a situation real nasty and real ugly. And she just don't have the money that he has, which essentially tells you that if she doesn't, have the financial means that he has, it means that he can continue to drag and drag and drag. But I feel like ultimately he's like, look, at the house, at her, I'm just not going to pay it. And Porsha, she like, look, I don't want to go to court. I'm just going to stay in the house for as long as I can, because I just really want to stay in the house and be an influencer and take pictures and flouse around the pool and have my mama eat pizza in the bed. Y'all know that was Cordell's issue with her mama eating pepperoni pizza in his bed. So that's all Porsha wants to do. And, hook up with other people's husbands. So, like I said, allegedly, this is who she's going to be out of the country with. And it is all a lie with regards to what she's saying about having a job in another country. It's a lie. It's all lies. And Porsha is a hot ass mess, messing around with somebody else's husband.